We interrupt this transmission to bring you the following live broadcast.
How's everyone doing tonight? Woo! It's Wednesday. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. With
John
ready in his chair. And almost 10 whole people watching from home. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? It's time for the ThinkSoJoE Show!
Yes, I saw the South Park movie, Who Wants to Touch Me? I said, who wants to fucking touch me? Well, anyway. Yeah, I went and saw the South Park movie this past week, in theaters. A squirrel wants to be on the show. She's out there meowing. No, seriously. Yeah, I went, it was actually 2 weeks ago, because we weren't here last week to talk about it, because John and I went to AEW wrestling at KeyBank Center. But I went to Fathom Events, presented South Park Bigger, Longer, Uncut. My cat is like, she's going nuts out there. Anyway, South Park Bigger, Longer, Uncut. What the fuck year? 25th anniversary, I think. 25th anniversary sing-along. And one thing I noticed is some of the words were wrong on the sing-along part, the screen. Like they had the words up on the screen, and it's like, Texaco's billing. Like, no, Texaco isn't billing. Texaco's spilling. That's what the line's supposed to be. I don't know. I digress. Anyway. Yeah, so I saw the South Park movie in theaters. Then I went with John a couple of times. He started DoorDash, and we'll let him talk about that when he comes on. So if you're out and about, so if you're at home and you're ordering food off DoorDash, me and John might show up at your house. But aside from that, what else? We went to AEW last week. That's why we weren't here. Good show, for sure. And then, and then Thursday last week we recorded a single with our band, The Living Braindead, and it's called Bar Whore. And we released that on Friday. Or was it Saturday? I don't remember. Saturday. It was Saturday. What fucking day did we release that? So we recorded the song on Thursday. We released it on Saturday. We decided, hey, we want to, let's, we discussed it a little bit. There wasn't much discussion, but we just decided, let's just upload it. And let let it come out. We had zero plans for this release. We literally talked about it maybe Tuesday, maybe Monday. I don't know. We talked about it earlier in the week, and we're just like, oh, well, all right, let's go in Thursday. We'll record it. And we will try to mix it ourselves. Which we did. Nick, our bass player, Nick, mixed the track. And, by Saturday, I had it in hand, and I'm in the middle of doing this huge voiceover job that I hadn't started. I had 11 days to do it. I started with 2 days left. I'm in the middle of this, and I get the mixed, get a mix back, and we discussed it a little bit, and we got got a final mix out of it and uploaded it, and it was out Saturday night. I think Spotify got it Sunday. Spotify, and then Apple Music was the last one to get it, but it's up on all streaming platforms now. You're going to hear it later on in the show because it was just easier to pick 3 songs and play us instead of find 4 songs, quite frankly. I'm finding more and more as I do this show that bands will have shows coming up, but they won't have any music out, or they won't have a Facebook page, for me to tag. And in fact, this week we're playing Pretty Good State University, who does not have a Facebook page. And I could not tag them on the Facebook post because what am I tagging? So I'm finding more and more that there's a lot of new bands out there, a lot of new, and to be fair, we haven't played Living Braindead on this show in close to 2 years. And that's because we didn't have a single out. I mean, we had music out, but it wasn't anything that represented what we sound like. It was back in the Falls Count Anywhere days that all our music was from, and you know, Never Fuck with Cat Girls, back in the Katy days. So we had to, you know, we didn't have anything that sounded like what we sound like now, so we haven't had anything to play to promote music. And quite frankly, I shouldn't even be playing us tonight, because we've got a show coming up in 3 weeks-ish, and I could play the song then to promote the show. Instead, I'll probably play Tokyo Monsters or High Water. Either one of them, you know. Great bands that we're playing with at Tudor Lounge later this month. John is on his way, by the way, if anybody's watching and wondering and not chatting along. You guys jump in the chat, man. It's all good. But, yeah. So we finally released a single, but I understand, like, if you're a new band, you know, you're still writing songs. You don't have songs to release, whatever. Like, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, that's understandable. But, I mean, why don't you why don't you have a Facebook page? Why don't you have a way for you know, people to find you? I mean, like, yeah, sure. I know PGSU is on Instagram. I follow them. They follow me. We've done shows together. We like those guys, really do. Great dudes. But like, they don't have a Facebook page. So if I'm looking for them, I gotta find them on Instagram. And here's the thing. The reason we're playing PGSU this week is because they're on my show. I don't want to say my show, but I mean, they're on a Good Things Events show. Me being co-owner of Good Things Events. No, John will be here. John's on his way. He's stuck in traffic as of 40 minutes ago. I love it when he does that. He texted me, 5:19 p.m., running late, stuck in traffic. I don't know why dude doesn't just leave earlier. I think maybe extenuating circumstances. I think he had other stuff to do before the show. But he'll be here. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna be a band, you know, I know, like, Facebook isn't cool. You know, like, it's the fucking dad social media or whatever, right? Like, I know it's not TikTok or whatever, but like, it is where a lot of people will see your shit. If you have a Facebook page, if you have a band, you have a Facebook page. Braindead's on everything, man. Crazy traffic. I mean, it is a holiday. Tomorrow's a holiday. So that's understandable. Crazy traffic, right? But like Braindead, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on TikTok, we're on everything. I hear doors. We're on everything. So if you want to promote us, we're there. You can find our shit. You can promote us. We're also on all the streaming platforms. We're on Bandcamp. We're everywhere.
The star is here.
There's a star. Okay. You got yours. Mine's in the background.
I thought we could scissor live.
We could scissor live. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you talk to the people here while I go make sure you lock that door.
What's up, peeps?
We were talking about having social media for your band.
That's a good thing. We should.
Everybody should.
Everybody should.
Everybody should.
Even my other band. If it is a band, I don't know.
Doors closed. John did good.
I did good.
John did good.
I did good.
I'm gonna chain this. You guys are gonna hear Squirrel the whole fucking show. But at least we're getting some air circling in here. Joe's gonna be hearing fireworks for the next 8 months. Yeah. Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Leland.
You ain't kidding, Leadles. I will definitely be hearing fireworks for the next 8 months.
You got an extra plug?
You trying to charge your phone?
Yeah.
Just plug right in here, or throw it on the wireless. Either way. I don't know if your phone has wireless though.
This?
See if it starts charging. Nah, you don't got wireless. Plug it into the white cable there.
Cable.
Right
Check.
there. This one.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah, welcome to the ThinkSoJoE show, John. The star of the show. Name ain't even in the title. Can't even get here on time. But he's the star of the show. John, you're hitting buttons, man. You're gonna knock us off air.
it's not charging.
And that's a problem with your phone then.
No, it's a different. I take a different cord.
Wait, let me see your cord. Let me see that.
That charges.
That's a USB-C, bro. That's the same thing.
Well, I don't know.
Here, let me see your phone. Give me your phone. Where John doesn't know how to charge a phone.
I do, but I gotta work later.
Why the fuck isn't your phone charging? That's weird. I felt it vibrate. It's vibrating. I have no idea why the fuck your phone. That's weird. Let me see your cord. Just the cord. I don't have an extra outlet up top here. We're gonna try and get John's phone charging. Joe, what are the Sabres gonna do now that they're getting rid of guys that can score? Hopefully sign more guys that can score. There it goes. Charging slowly. It's charging slowly, but at least it's charging.
Thank you.
You have a plug in your car, don't you?
Yeah, but in charging time.
I'm saying for when you go out later to work. Joe
Oh,
for
yeah.
Sabres Coach 2030. Well, it's charging.
Yeah.
That's the important thing. Okay. Let's see. What am I missing? Joe's going to be hearing fireworks for the next 8 months. That is absolutely true. I've been hearing fireworks all week. Sitting here doing a job. I'm working on it. Like I mentioned earlier, I was in the middle of this very, very, very large order, and like I finished the sentence of boom, fireworks. Joe for Sabres IVR voice when you call into the Sabres. Thank you for calling KeyBank Center.
Hopefully this is my last week of glasses.
Hopefully this is his last week. John is
Out of contacts.
been out of contacts. I was telling him about your new job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said you know.
Jill summed it up in the video she sent me. I'm running with a door.
Yeah, running with a door. She sent that to me too.
Yeah, I've been door dashing.
So John's been door dashing, which means if you're in the area and you order food,
I might take the order. I don't know.
we
That's how I feel.
might show up at your door.
Yes, Joe's been going with me.
I've been hanging out. We've been
killing it though.
we've been taking we just go in, we're picking up shit, and just John's gonna go on strike from glasses. We've been just going to the restaurants. We get the food, and then like there's so much food that like it takes two of us to bring it to the door. So I'm just standing there awkwardly while John's taking the picture of the food. Just send it to the customers.
Yeah.
I ordered DoorDash the other night. I caved. But I have a good excuse. I was in the middle of a giant job and I didn't have time to cook. So I ordered once from DoorDash. I got Taco Bell at like 10:30 at night. Because Mighty was closed for some reason. I wanted Mighty. And it wasn't available, so I just got Taco Bell. My dasher was like texting me. He's like, yo, man, I'm at the restaurant. It's going to be in a minute. You want any sauces while I'm here? Like, yeah, dude, they always forget to put my sauces in. So if you wouldn't mind grabbing me some hot sauce. He's like, yeah, man, it's in the bag. All good.
Yeah, it's very simple. I could text the person.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a...
Because they text me when we were at the KFC.
Taco
Bell. They're asking me, is the store open? Yeah, I'm already here.
So the store shouldn't have been open.
No, because somebody didn't lock the door, and we were there for more than a minute, and they're like, "When did you guys get here?" They're all shocked to see us. Like
so we walk in the front door, because we're like, oh shit, we got to go through the drive-through, and like I'm just like, well, let me pull on the door. The worst case scenario is I might have a garbage over here for me to throw out this junk food wrapper that's in my pocket because I was hungry and hadn't eaten. So I pull on the door. I'm like, no, dude, they're open. Let's go. So we go in, and we're just standing there. The one dude's cleaning the grill, so there's just smoke everywhere. And he turns around, he goes, "Whoa!" Like,
Hi.
"Hi, how long have you guys been?" The other guy comes up, "How long have you guys been here? Did you come in through the side door? What door did you come in?" Like, "We came in through the front door, dude."
It's
Like,
magic. We just. But then two girls came in after.
we just billowed in that cloud of smoke, I guess.
Yeah.
Like the fucking Wyatts or something. Yeah.
We were, yeah, but they still made us our food. So.
Yeah, I mean,
But then I waited like a minute later and I got another order.
we waited long enough where we got so it's a combo KFC Taco
Yeah.
Bell. We waited long enough. We had a Taco Bell order. Waited long enough to get a KFC order.
Yeah. Okay. I'm already here.
Yeah. 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 The Adventures of John at DoorDash. This has been fun.
Oh yeah.
That first day was interesting because neither one of us knew what the fuck we were doing.
Figured it out. It's
We
easy.
did. We got two orders at the same time for the same restaurant for basically the same order.
Yeah.
So we just assumed like, oh, it's two people ordering from the same place, and luckily the girl was outside to take the food because she's like, no, I only ordered one thing. Like, oh, what's your name? Like, oh, here, this is yours.
Yeah. And then the first day I went without you, I ran into Dashers. You know, like high fives. What's up? New to this. Got any tips?
We've definitely been in line behind Dashers. We were in Chick-fil-A for the first time the other day.
Yeah, we would never go there. Like,
Yeah, there's no fucking way I'd ever go to Chick-fil-A.
okay.
Just you got an
Not out
order.
of place.
You got an order. You took the order. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, no, I don't want money.
Got my first pizza order with him.
Couple of them.
Yeah.
Dude, that pizza from Picasso smelled so good
Oh,
that I
yeah.
was like thinking of ordering, but they stopped taking orders at like 9:40 or something. So
Well,
I'm like, fuck.
Papa John's was kicking. It
Papa
was-
John smelled all right too. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
for like cheap pizza.
Then we saw somebody with a pizza bag. Now I gotta get one of those.
Yeah, for sure. The dude that was picking up at Picasso's had the DoorDash pizza
Yeah.
bag. You got a DoorDash bag. They sent you a little starter kit.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna see how much the pizza bag is and get one.
Yeah, that'd be nice. But yeah, John made some money last week. It was
Yeah.
nice.
It's fun.
It was fun to ride around with you too. Just like like.
During the day, I'm a landscaper. At night, I'm a dasher.
But 24 hours a day, you're dashing.
Yes. And tonight I will be too. So order your food and I will be there.
You missed that compliment. I said you're dashing.
I am dashing. Better than Cody Rhodes.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, we've been doing that. So that's been fun. You've been making money, and I just been tagging along with you. Like, hey, this looks like fun. Let's go.
Do anything tonight?
I don't know. I gotta look, and I do gotta catch up on some work, but I really don't have a time I need to start. I don't think so.
I'm only doing around your area.
Yeah.
I'm already down here anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, that first day, it's like, go to this area. You're just parked in front of my house. You're just like, oh, geez, this is taking a while to get an order. Like, yeah, there's no restaurants over here.
Yeah.
He was best dressed at punk rock prom, most dashing. Has anyone ever ordered takeout from Tiffany's? Can you get takeout at Tiffany's? Is that like the Breakfast at Tiffany's, like the Deep Blue Something song?
I haven't got Tiffany's yet, but yeah, I'm sure you can.
I mean, Tiffany's is like, isn't that like the jewelry place?
Mm-hmm.
Like the movie was Breakfast at Tiffany's. The song was about that was their favorite movie together, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But also, yeah, I got this. I could do grocery shopping for people. I wanted to.
You gotta speak up, man. That noise.
I could do grocery.
You don't even have headphones on. You can't even hear that you're cutting out.
Oh, I forgot I needed headphones to the show.
I even moved them and put them right on the desk right in front of you.
I can hear you.
You can hear me, but you can't hear that they can't hear you.
Oh.
There's a noise gate on.
Well, anyway, yeah, I could do grocery shopping for people. So
Yeah.
I haven't started. I didn't even activate that card yet.
I haven't tried groceries on DoorDash. I still
I
stick
don't
with
know how that
Instagram.
works.
Yeah. I still stick with Instacart because like that's what I know. I did Instacart yesterday because I was like, shit, I'm out of I'm out of like most of the shit I've been eating to avoid eating and ordering DoorDash, so I need to order some fucking Instacart shit. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Most dashing with a dash of cinnamon. Is that because it's most dashing with a dash of ginger? Look.
This is red. At this time, my hair gets really red during July and August.
Oh man, so I'm working on these big jobs, and I always have the music video channels on. I keep seeing you on TV.
I saw you that kid playing.
Yeah, I watched that.
Like holy.
Oh, like
shit.
holy shit! This kid's actually fucking nailing all these solos. Like what the fuck?
Man,
Like I can't even play that intro right, and this kid's nailing the solos.
Makes you feel like a beginner.
Yep. I mean, the kid's probably been taking lessons for years. I've never taken a single lesson.
He was
so
better than the other guitars.
yeah, that's what the singer said at the end of the video. John sent me a video of it must have been a cover band, and the kid was like, "I want to play guitar with you." He had a sign.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was also talking about we released a new single. How quickly that all came together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. Jill, she killed it.
Jill always kills it.
Yeah. We finally got something with Jill on it.
And you know, like the more I listen to the song, the more I think of how good of a songwriter she actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Like listen to the lyrics of the song, which we're gonna play. It's gonna be the first song we play today, but
I gotta say, it feels like a whole different band with her. It's not.
I was talking about that earlier because we
you know.
Because I was talking about like a lot of the shows that are happening this week.
Yeah.
The bands don't have music out.
No.
And that makes it harder to do this show because I gotta find music to play on the show. And usually I like to play bands that have shows coming up. Now I could have done like Camp Punksylvania bands, except that's happening in Pennsylvania. That's not happening here.
No.
So there are a bunch of Western New York bands on that. But also a lot of those bands are playing Ska Fest next weekend. So we'll get to see them here.
Oh, yeah.
Which, shout out to Riot Squad Media. Best of luck, happy and safe Camp Punksylvania weekend this weekend. And hopefully next year we'll be able to do it. Just the timing didn't work out this year.
Got some big things happening.
Yeah.
New album
is
coming soon.
She's supposed to be working on it very soon. Supposed to be finishing it very soon. Which is why we wanted to get a single out. Was just kind of like.
But that song won't. The song we're playing won't be on the album.
Yeah, it just kind of came up in the group chat. Like, what didn't we record for this album? And it's like, well, we didn't do Bar Whore because we wrote it after we recorded.
Yeah.
And so we decided to just jump into our practice spot, record it ourselves.
Hey, squirrel.
Yeah, squirrel's trying to come in. But yeah, we decided to just record it ourselves and put it out ourselves. And
yeah.
I want to talk about music distribution, but I don't want to get into it right now because we only got 7 minutes till a song break, and I'm just kind of. I guess I could ask the question, and then anybody watching can follow up in the chat, and we can talk about that when we come back. But the question is, who are you using? Hi, Steph. Who are you using to distribute your music? Are you like what service are you using for that to distribute it to like Spotify and Apple Music and all that? Because I've been using DistroKid for years, but every time I put out music, it costs me a shit ton of money. Like Bar Whore cost me $40 to put out. It cost us nothing to record, but it cost me $40 to put out. And so I had another single ready to go, which I haven't officially announced yet. I guess I'll do that right now. I have July 11th. I'm dropping a solo single called I Don't. Yes, I get it. I don't think so, Joe. Yeah. Anyway, but I have a single coming out called I Don't. It's coming out July 11th, and I decided I wanted to try something different, just kind of experiment with other distribution services, because I've been using DistroKid for years, but it's, every time I put out a single, it's like, well, do you want to pay the $29 so it stays online even if you, like, die? Like, I'm literally watching you while I'm pooping. So I was thinking of Greg earlier because I got this Metallica shirt in the mail the other day. This is newly printed. This is straight from Metallica's shop. But I just opened it today because I was like, I'm gonna wear this on the air, and that's not the question I'm asking though, Steph. I decided I was gonna wear this on the air, but when I took it out of the package, I realized there's nothing on the back of this shirt. So I was half tempted to just text Greg like, "Yo, didn't you used to have this shirt? Isn't there supposed to be something on the back?" And I ended up looking it up on eBay. Sure enough, there's supposed to be a yin yang on the back, but there's nothing on the back of this shirt. The question isn't about what platform you listen to music on, but what platform musicians are using to distribute their music to Spotify and YouTube. There's services like DistroKid and CD Baby and Ditto and all kinds of different platforms like that. And I've been using DistroKid to send out all my music. But every time I do, they're like, "Oh, do you want to pay $29 to keep it online forever? Do you want to pay, do you need to pay for a cover license? Do you want to pay this extra to have it go to Instagram? Do you want to have it, you want to pay extra to do this? Do you want to pay extra to do that?" And it's just like, I end up paying like $40-50 every time I put out a song. And so I wanted to see if I could do it cheaper. And for I Don't, which is coming out on July 11th, I ran that through CD Baby, and it cost me $10. But also, there's a lot of features that I get through DistroKid that I don't get with CD Baby. So it's interesting. And you can do those through third parties. It's just not all automated like it is through DistroKid. So, yeah, that's why I'm looking if any musicians are watching the show right now and have any opinion on what services to use to distribute your songs to Spotify, to YouTube Music, to Napster, to what the fuck's the other one? Amazon, iTunes, all that. Like, yes, The Living Braindead is on Napster. You're looking at me funny.
Napster.
Napster.
Really?
Yeah, Napster.
Really?
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 You could go sign up for $10, for $10 a month, like any other streaming service, and sign up for Napster, and you can listen to The Living Braindead on Napster. I say as I'm wearing a Metallica t-shirt. Didn't Napster get shut down? Yes. However, Rhapsody, which was like the original like Spotify type service, Rhapsody bought the rights to the Napster name and logos and all that, and changed their name to Napster, so now you can legally listen to music on Napster. By the way, if you have Paramount Plus, there is a great docu-series. It's a 2-part docu-series, and it's called How Music Got Free. And it talks about how they got all that music in advance for all back in the Napster days, it was a very fascinating watch. I never really put much thought into like, how am I getting this album 3 months in advance? Back when I used to do things like download music nefariously. So. Great docu-series. They talk about how all that happened, all the different wares groups, and so if you would download music illegally, it would be you'd have like the initials in the file name, and you'd be like, what the fuck does that even mean? And it's like, oh, that's the group that ripped it. And then you find out that like the dude that ripped it, I don't want to give it away. It's in the docu-series. It's great. I watched it last night, actually, because I saw it when I was just looking for something to watch. I'm like, oh, hey, that looks great. And then I fell asleep watching it, so I watched it. It's Kazaa, something like that. My first illegal song was O-Town. I tried Napster, and I didn't like Napster. It was too slow for me. And I've tried like LimeWire and Kazaa and all that, right? So, which was like virtual herpes for your computer. And my favorite place to download music was through like the IRC chat channels. Like you get the underground links for that, and just go in and you'd find like they'd be running bots where you could just type in a command and it downloads the files right off their computer. And all the wares groups were in there, so you just download straight from them. I do remember distinctly one time, because I used to do this on dial-up internet, and then we'll get to the song break after I finish the story, but I distinctly remember one time I saw somebody had a video that I was like, ooh, that looks like it might be interesting, and I downloaded it, and it took me like a week to download it on dial-up internet, because it was a video. Took me like a week to download it. I finally finished the one day. I opened it up, and that's when I learned that the Spice Girls have a song called Naked. And the Living Braindead has a song called Bar Whore, and you can get it anywhere you stream music right now. And this is it right here on all WNY. Think So Joe Show. That was the Living Braindead, the song called Bar Whore on all WNY. Think So Joe Show. John's over here complaining about the mix. I took my fills out. I'm just sitting here like, I didn't mix this. I got nothing to do with it. It still sounds good. I don't care.
Well, she got something up with Joe. She killed it.
Yeah. Dude, she's an amazing songwriter.
Oh, yes, she is.
And she knows what she wants to sound like. Like, the reason that we don't have anything from the, like, actual album recording session to put out is because, like, she was like, yeah, this sucks. I want to do it all again. So
to make it perfect.
She's gonna go back in sometime, hopefully soon, and get that done. But, I mean,
that's a great idea. I don't know who idea it was, but she's killing it.
Yeah. As much as you complain sometimes, it was a good idea.
Yes.
Dude, I always say, every time somebody says, oh man, you guys get better every time we see you, I say, yeah, it's all Jill. She puts in the fucking work. She puts in the work. She does the work.
She keeps us in line.
I was like, I want to point out, like, she hasn't been to band practice in like a month and a half, right? But
and she just fucking does this.
She shows up to punk rock prom and just fucking crushes it. She shows up to the studio, crushes it. So, she's working at this shit when
Oh,
she's
yeah.
not, like, even when she's not with us,
Fuck
and
yeah.
I appreciate that. I love her for it, and she also puts in the work to like
Mhm.
promote and try and find like shows and everything. Like
Yep.
she definitely has been a huge relief to me being in the band, because now I'm not doing everything.
She's busting her ass
Oh,
every
absolutely.
time she
Absolutely.
every time she comes to practice or a show. She does the work.
Absolutely. I'm so happy to have this song out so people can hear that, like,
I just
people who haven't been to a show or haven't watched the YouTube video can hear this and be like, oh shit, these guys are actually pretty fucking good. We need to go see them.
really wish Brian could hear
July
it.
27th at Tudor Lounge.
Yes. Home turf.
Yeah, back in Mohawk Place, though, August 16th, Friday night. 5-year anniversary show with the Spit Sisters and hopefully one more to be announced. Still waiting on one person to get back to me, and I might have to like keep on him, because it's been a week since I talked to him about it. I talked to him last week. I saw him at AEW. I'm like, dude, you guys playing this show? He's like, I gotta find out. It's been a week, man. I gotta find out. All right, but yeah, great.
This is
She puts in the fucking work. I didn't notice until I got home and started messing with the stems that Shane is playing something completely different than me in the verses. He's playing that main riff and I'm not.
But we gotta give credit to Shane and Nick for busting her ass.
I mean, first of all, I think Shane wrote that one, didn't he? Like,
Yeah.
and then Nick did that mix. I did the recording. He did the mix.
Nick's coming up with song ideas.
He's sending full songs in the like Brian used to do.
Yeah.
And yeah, for sure. I mean,
Yeah, they're busting her ass too.
I am very, very, very grateful to be in this band with
I
these
know.
people right now, man. Like,
Me and Joel are trying. We're the old dogs in the band. Okay, we've been in the band longer than they have, so we're just trying to keep up with them.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So me and
Especially
him,
'cause you're the
we
oldest.
both suck.
Especially because you're the oldest guy in the band.
That is bullshit, and you know it, dude. That's bullshit. I will fight on that. God damn.
Anyways, yeah, no, but yeah, I mean, I always tell people, like, with all due respect to Steve and to Katie and to Brian and to Ryan and anybody else that's ever been in this band, like, this band gets better every time we get new members. Like,
We adapt.
we
We don't perish.
it's because I think like it really started off as like 4 dudes with similar music tastes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's me and Steve and Katie and Brian, and we could like probably run through a whole NoFX catalog if we wanted to, but like, once Steve left and you came in, then it's like, oh shit, like this dude's playing like pretty fucking heavy shit.
All I had to do was bug Brian.
Yeah. I still remember the day Brian and I walked in, we walked into your house. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't want to be in a band with some 20-year-old kid. Like, and then you're like, yeah, guys, I'm 33 and I'm 30,
You guys
32.
I remember you, Brian, the second practice. You're asking my dad, where's John? He's sleeping downstairs. Let's go wake him up.
Dude, we practiced at your
Whoa.
house and you were late every fucking week.
I was sleeping downstairs. This motherfucker's sleeping right now. We told him we were coming over, and he's
Yeah.
sleeping.
But yeah, I remember Brian talking about you, and I'm like, man, telling me you were just he's like, yeah, this kid at work, man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, I'll be in a
He
band
told
with
me,
a
yeah,
kid.
come-
Like, I'm in my late 30s,
Brian was like, come to Stamps, check us out, see what you think. And so I brought Sam. Me and Sam checked you guys out, and was like, okay, I could seriously work with this. I gotta change a couple things.
Yeah, and you came in and you did it, you crushed it, and we're just like, oh, okay, yeah, this guy's in. Like,
I was a fill-in.
You were a fill-in
I
for
was
Steve
a fill.
until
I didn't come.
But
I wasn't part of it until February.
When-
So I joined late October, just to fill in. But February is when you guys made me official.
Yeah, what it was, Steve was like supposed to go. He was getting this promotion. He was supposed to go work outside of town, and ended up not coming back to the band. He still, lives in the same house as when we were practicing with him. But yeah, so yeah, and that worked out. Brian was temporary too.
Yeah.
Brian was just like, I'm still waiting for you to tell me I'm in the band. Like, Brian, you are the fucking band. You're writing all the songs, dude.
Tomorrow his birthday? Or no?
Friday is his birthday.
Friday's his birthday.
Friday would be Brian's birthday, and I of course will be watching They Live tomorrow night.
He would have been 36, 37.
He was born in 86, so he would be 38.
38?
Yeah. But yeah, I am tomorrow night I'm gonna watch They Live while all the fireworks are going off outside. I'm gonna be sitting right here. They Live's gonna be on that screen up there. I'm gonna have my headphones on and I'm just gonna be kicked back watching Roddy Piper. Because it was one of Brian's favorite movies. It's the last movie Brian ever told me I should watch. And I watched it the night before he died, and now that's been my tradition every year. Jeez, I can't believe it's, been 3 years now?
Mm. He would be proud of us.
I know he would, but I mean... he would be in that Shane spot, too, where he would have been like, yo, wait, you guys want to add another bass player? Like, all right, or you guys want to do a second guitar player? Why don't we get a bass player? I'll play guitar. That would have been Brian. He would have done the exact same thing.
He would have played guitar. Yeah.
So we'd probably have the exact same lineup except with Brian.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't believe it's been 3 years, dude. I still
time flies.
That still feels like fucking yesterday, trying to fucking come up with the words to text you and Katie on the way to the hospital. Like, trying to come up with what to say. I literally walked to the hospital with headphones in my ears, but no music playing. And still, once again, shout out to that security guard who let me in. Because he should not have let me in. That was still like COVID times. So he wrote me down his family and sent me back. Definitely did not need to do that. Definitely could have told me, nah, man, get the fuck out of here. But he wrote me down his family and let me go fucking see Brian one last time,
A week later, I was in the hospital.
A week later, you're in the hospital.
The same hospital he passed.
We're telling you at the funeral, like, if you die, we're gonna bring you back and kill you.
I don't whole afterlife thing. I don't. But I feel like Brian was with me during that surgery.
I always feel like Brian's looking over you, man. Looking over me too,
You know how many times I fucking escaped from death? Yeah, because of Brian.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Every time we're in the car and you got the volume turned down on the stereo and somebody happens to notice that Guns N' Roses is playing.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. Appreciate that, bud.
Every time I'm sitting here working and Guns N' Roses comes on TV.
Oh, there's John.
I'm just like, oh, John's on. Singing about Sweet Child of Mine.
And I was and then Step Brothers was on, and I forgot it was in that movie too. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude, I'm literally watching the music video channel, and like every time Guns N' Roses comes on, I'm like, should I take a picture and send it to John?
I'm afraid to turn the radio on.
That's why we've been driving around in silence, huh?
So, oh yeah. So,
well, that and you got your GPS going through the stereo, so.
So Nick got me this clown statue. I don't know if I told you about this.
You told me about the clown statue.
Okay, so it's still in the fucking car. So when I got it, I finally got it back, and I was gonna take it inside, and it was maybe 11 o'clock at night, close to 12. I'm grabbing the box, and it started playing the music.
Oh, no.
I was like, you stay in the car. You're not going in the house. You stay in the car. You're playing the fucking music. It's like bedtime music. It's like, I didn't even turn you. I don't know how you're playing right now. So I was
John
like,
just-
fuck it.
John just goes in
Stay
the
in
house.
the car.
John just goes in the house. Can't sleep. Clown will eat me. Can't sleep. Clown will eat me. Can't sleep. Clown will eat me.
Exactly. So I left it in the car, playing music. I don't need anything. I'm not afraid of, I'm just afraid of clowns. Like, spiders and clowns, that's it. My own shadow once in a while.
John sees the shadow at 6 more weeks of winter.
True, yeah.
So earlier this week, it was announced that Music is Art is not going to be where they said it's going to be this year.
Really?
It is. They originally had planned on it was going to be at the Albright Knox Gallery and then back into the campuses of Buff State.
Okay.
But they came out yesterday morning, 8 a.m., and said that after months of planning, Music is Art Festival organizers and AKG staff have agreed that too many challenges stand in the way of presenting our annual Music is Art Festival on the grounds of Buffalo's AKG and Buffalo State University without compromising the energy and character of the event. In order to present Western New York with the experience that it has come to expect with our annual festival, we are beyond excited to announce that the AKG and BSU will be joining us at our new location on September 21st, 2024, at the new location for our annual Music is Art Festival, Buffalo's newest concert venue, Terminal B, the neighboring Lakeside Lawn, and Buffalo's Outer Harbor. With nearly 17 acres of lakefront grounds to host 26 stages with hundreds of musical acts, dancers, DJs, performance artists, over 50 displaying artists, dozens of live art installations, circus arts, kids activities, food trucks, vendors, and libations, Buffalo's Outer Harbor and Terminal B provides a perfectly amazing canvas to showcase our Western New York creative community. Ample free and paid parking options for nearly 2,000 cars, along with shuttle services, bike accommodations, and VIP experiences will all be available. It's all still free.
Did I hear circus?
No. Nope, you didn't.
Did I hear circus?
Nope.
I could have sworn
Nope.
I heard you say circus.
I was reading that the other day. I'm like, fuck, John's not going to want to play Music is Art now. But to be fair, they always have circus performers.
Well, you gotta keep me away from the circus.
You know to just stay away from
Because
the freak.
There's
Just
clowns involved.
stay away from the freak show stage, and you'll be fine.
I feel like Joe's gonna bring me a clown.
The sideshow stage, rather. Yeah, dude, they have the sideshow stage every year. There's always clowns over there. Every year, it's nothing different. It's just in a different place.
I feel like
And I gotta tell you, as somebody who doesn't drive, if I wasn't playing this show, I would probably fucking hate this. And not to say anything negative about the venue, the space, anything like that. Like, I'm sure it's going to be phenomenal. I'm sure they do not make this decision to change where it is lightly. My issue is, this is like past Riverworks, right? So if you're coming from downtown, actually, I have a perfect reason to illustration for this next story, which is this right here.
Billy Idol?
Billy Idol.
Roy.
All right, Billy Idol gets it. I don't know why she doesn't get it. Anyway, so this story involves Billy Idol and Buffalo's Outer Harbor, because there used to be a venue over there called the Pier, and one year they did Edgefest at the Pier, and this Edgefest was, it's Our Lady Peace, and it's 30 Seconds to Mars, and it's Static X, and it's the Dropkick Murphys, and it's fucking Billy Idol. I'm like, yes, fucking Billy Idol. Here's my problem. I was living in Niagara Falls at the time, so I had to be back at the bus station by like 11 o'clock. So, this would not be a problem. However, there is a bridge between where Riverworks is and where the Outer Harbor is, that to this day is still closed. This keep in mind, I've lived here for 13 years, so this is at least 14 years ago. Probably longer. All right. So I go from Niagara Falls, I go to Buffalo, I I take the bus in. I'm in downtown Buffalo. I'm like, okay, how do I get to this place from here? Somebody told me I got to take Route 5. I'm like, I'm not driving. How the fuck am I taking Route 5, right? So I'm like, fuck it. I'll just, like, I'm looking on the map. I see, I can just walk. I can just walk across this bridge. So I walk across the bridge over to where Riverworks is now. Riverworks wasn't a thing back then, but where Riverworks is now, I walk over to that area. And there's this bridge that is barricaded off. You cannot cross this bridge. If I could cross this bridge, the venue is directly on the other side of this bridge. But the bridge is closed. And the bridge, to this day, is still closed. So, and I know this because when I went to see Guns N' Roses at the Outer Harbor, I thought it was at the Inner Harbor. Had the same problem. So what ends up happening now, I can't cross this bridge. So now I have to walk to the next bridge. It's a long ass way away. Let's walk over to the next bridge. Now I don't know where this venue is. The first time. When I saw Guns N' Roses, like, I saw there were other people. I'm like, yeah, guys, I know where we're going. Follow me. But for this Edgefest, I don't know where this venue is. So I get across this other bridge, and I take a left. Oops. Wrong way. I walk way out of my way. I'm like, I don't think it's this way. And then I turn around and I head back the other way. And finally get to the concert venue. And by this point, it is so hot and I am so dehydrated that for like the first 3 bands, I found like this little indoor spot. First of all, you got to buy tickets to get drinks, right? So now I got to stand in line to get a ticket for the drink. I'm already dehydrated. I finally get in line. I get my drink. I go in this building. I'm just sipping on this iced tea and like just enjoying the air conditioning because I am like, I can't go the fuck back outside for a few minutes here. Finally got back outside and, I got to see like Our Lady Peace. I get to see 30 Seconds to Mars really suck. I got to see Static X. I got to see Dropkick. I got to see all these cool bands. But I had to leave before Billy Idol came on because I had to walk all that way around back to the bus station. Here's the kicker. I get over to where that bridge that is closed is. That is, to this day, still closed. You cannot walk over this to get to Riverworks, to get to Terminal B, to the Outer Harbor, to where Music is Art is this year. So I get around to that bridge, and as I'm walking, I hear, yes, this one's called White Wedding. And Billy Idol starts playing White Wedding. I can hear him. That's how close this fucking bridge is to where the venue was. But I can't, because that bridge is closed, I had to walk all the way the fuck around and entirely miss Billy Idol. So I have not seen Billy Idol because it was at the pier and I needed to get home. If I didn't live in Niagara Falls, I might have just said, fuck it, I'll walk home. But I lived in Niagara Falls, so I didn't have that option. I suppose I could have just sat at the bus station till like 6 a.m. when the next bus was, but yeah, but so that's my problem. But they say they have shuttles. So I'm assuming you get somewhere and they will shuttle you over there. I don't know where. I don't know how that works. I haven't had the privilege of talking to Robbie Takak about this or any of the Music is Art folks.
I can't take our car.
No, you can take the car.
So we're gonna have the trailer.
Yeah.
For that day.
What do we need the trailer? We
don't need a trailer for that day.
You don't need drums.
I just need a little bit of my drums.
Yeah, you don't need your full drums. Like we can easily fit us all in the car that day. We're not bringing. If we're bringing merch, we're not bringing a whole merch tote either. So.
No, you're right.
But I'm saying like for a pedestrian, that shit sucks. I mean, I'm sure the shuttles will help. And now now we have like Uber and Lyft. We didn't have all that shit then. So like I was fucked. I was stuck walking that long ass way. Plus I was a broke ass kid. Still I'm a broke ass adult, but I can still get places. So, but yeah, as somebody who doesn't drive, that's kind of a pain in the ass. when I went to see Guns N' Roses there, I knew exactly where I was going because I'd done it before. We went to the Inner Harbor thinking that's where the show was. And then somebody was like, no, it's at the Outer Harbor. You got to go around. Like, oh, fuck. So I'm walking. I'm wearing a Guns N' Roses t-shirt. We meet up with two other dudes wearing Guns N' Roses t-shirts. They're like, oh, how do we get there? I'm like, follow me. Let's go. But then Manson and Cooper were the next week. And we planned for that because now we knew where we were going. So there's actually the 16 bus does go in there a little bit. So we planned that. I met up with my ex. She was working at Savers, and I met up with her at the mall. We hopped on the 16, and the 16 dropped us off right inside the entry to the Outer Harbor there, so we didn't have to walk all that way. Found Brian in line. Brian made fun of me for wearing a Marilyn Manson shirt to a Marilyn Manson concert. Security guard comes over. He looks at me. He says, hey, man, nice shirt. Looks at Brian. He says, Limp Bizkit, where are you standing? I'll protect you. Which is great. Brian knew the dude, of course, but
We talked about not wearing the band shirt to go see the band.
Uh-huh.
And then he's wearing a Living Braindead hoodie on stage.
Yep.
We're playing.
Yep. Yeah, no, Brian, I mean, like, I don't think he truly believed you don't wear the band shirt to the band show, but, he liked the movie that reference, what the fuck is that, PSU or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
right? Like,
PSU.
I don't know, I didn't,
I like that movie.
I think I started watching it when I was younger, and I never ended up, like, I was just like, yeah, this looks dumb, and I didn't watch it. So I never bothered to watch it again. Maybe I'll give it another shot. I don't know, but yeah.
Dr. Funk was in there.
Who was?
Dr. Funk.
The Doctor of Funk?
Yeah, George
Clinton, okay. He's also in NBA Jam for Sega Genesis. I had no fucking clue who George Clinton was when I got that game. And he was in the game as P-Funk. Like Parliament Funkadelic, he was in there as P-Funk. And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? And then I'm like, P-Funk, George Clinton. Who the fuck is George Clinton? And now, like, I know, Parliament Funkadelic and who George Clinton is. But, like, back then, I was, like, 13. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck these people are. Like, I'm gonna please Bill Clinton instead. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know how seriously Brian took that. I think he was just trying to give me a hard time because it's Brian.
Yeah, of course.
I gotta tell you, hey, Nick's in the chat.
Hi, Nick. What's up, buddy?
You missed it. We were talking you up like 15 minutes ago.
You're saying how you just started the band.
Yeah. I think Brian just did that to give me a hard time. But like every now and then I'll get voiceovers and they're like, oh, we need this to sound livelier. We need it to sound more excited. So I will put on my Brian making fun of shit voice and do the voiceovers. Like I don't have anything in front of me to like I'm gonna read the music is our thing in the voice that I'm talking about, which is after months of planning, Music is Art Festival organizers and AKG staff have agreed that too many challenges stand in the like I will do entire fucking voiceovers in that Brian making fun of shit voice because I know Brian used to do that same exact shit. Because I've heard one of his clients hired me after he passed, and he's like, yeah, this is how the guy usually does it. I'm like, I know that fucking voice. That's the voice Brian uses when he's making fun of shit. So I do that shit now when it's just like, oh, you need to, no, we need it more lively, we need it more exciting, we need it more animated. Like, all right, I know just the voice to use. I'm gonna do Brian's voice. So to this day, yeah, Brian's still helping me with voiceovers and shit. All right, we are starting to sweat in this motherfucker. It is warm. It is a warm ass day today. It is 77 degrees, mostly cloudy right now.
Hey, that's still my thunder.
There's your weather spoiler for when we come back. But I want to point out that I'm doing something I never do on this show, which is I am playing two bands from the same show. But there's a reason for this, and we'll get to that later. Turn on the AC and kick up the gates. The gates are up, but it's still, I still don't like hearing it before the gate closes. It bothers me. But So Landfill Hearts, Good Monster, and Pretty Good State University are playing this Saturday night at the Mohawk Place. Come down for a summer night of blistering rock and roll. More information is to be announced very soon, which, how much more information are you going to announce with 3 days left till the show? Update your shit if you're going to say you're adding more shit. But anyway, Landfill Hearts, Good Monster, and Pretty Good State University playing this Saturday night at Mohawk Place at 7 p.m. That's all the information I have. It is 18 plus, I can tell you that, because it is Mohawk Place. They don't say how much it costs to get in. It's not even on the flyer. The flyer just says live at Mohawk Place. It doesn't even have any of the bands listed. Guys, do better. This isn't a criticism of who are we playing now? Good Monster. That's not a criticism of Landfill Hearts. It's not a criticism of PGSU, but like it is something, guys. Put your information on the fucking flyer. At least put your band names on your flyer. What is wrong with you? Anyway. This is Good Monster, and this song is called Better Days on All WNY. ThinkSoJoE Show. All right, that was Good Monster on all WNY Think So Joe show. The song called Better Days. Catch them Saturday at Mohawk Place. I don't know how much the cover is. Squirrel might know, but I don't. All right, I will indulge you. We saw the Acclaimed on AEW last Wednesday, so we got our Acclaimed foam scissoring fingers.
We should have got Nick one.
We should have got Nick one. The merch table sucked, dude. There was like nothing I wanted. I got these because we're always just
Scissoring.
scissoring, right? Anyway. This is the point where Mark Strickland tunes in and he's like, "Wait, you guys are always scissoring, huh?" Anyway, yeah. So yeah, we got the foam fingers. I gotta move this out of the way because now it's in the way. I can't. And I think I just turned up the mics. Anyway.
Oh boy.
Nah, it's good. I can pick the next song. What is the next song? This is the next song, followed by this. Okay, we're set for the next two songs. Anyway, yes. But yeah, so I was like, John, just buy the two foam fingers. Buy one for you, one for me. So we got Acclaimed foam fingers. And no t-shirts, because it's like, man, they don't have anybody I want on these t-shirts, except maybe Swerve. But like, how often am I gonna wear a Swerve's House t-shirt?
Sure.
Like, I don't wear any of the AEW merch I have. None of it. I got the FTR, I got the Claudio, I got the CM Punk. I got
I was really hoping for the Learning Tree t-shirt.
a Learning Tree t-shirt. You can hear how that gate's cutting you out when you talk that.
Yeah, I know.
Learning Tree t-shirt, huh? You got to talk loud like Chris Jericho.
Hi everybody. You want to be my branches?
What a dumbass fucking gimmick. And you got there's me and the dude next to me, and the dude next to me is like, "Oh man, I fucking hate this guy." I'm like, "Yo, dude, if you want to start a fuck Chris Jericho chant, I'll join in." So we were chanting "fuck Chris Jericho."
But if you look on YouTube, you can briefly
Faintly hear it. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't watched. I don't care. I don't want to give
But they
Jericho
don't
any
bleep it
views.
out like WWE does.
Oh my god, that's been fucking terrible lately. That's been the worst. Every fucking show ends with a holy shit moment, so the whole fucking thing is bleeped. It's like, god damn, can you guys be on Netflix already?
I know.
So you don't have to do this shit. And they'll still have to do it on SmackDown and NXT, but like, at least Raw won't have to have the whole fucking thing bleeped. But yeah, anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah. So, for anybody watching this podcast for the first time, we typically, like, me shitting on this event page is not, is not a one-time thing. John, ignore it. Ignore it. Ignore
He's
it.
back!
Ignore it.
He's back!
Ignore it.
It's a clown in my car, isn't it?
It might be the clown in your car. I don't know.
It's
Just
still
ignore
going
it.
for the
Anyway.
car.
Yeah, but us shitting on that event page is
Yes.
not rare. We do this shit all the time. We just want you guys to have good shows. We want you to
Yes.
have good turnouts. I don't know how much this show is going to cost. How much cash do I need to bring to pay at the door to get into Mohawk Place and see this show? I don't know. It doesn't say. What's the ages? I know it's Mohawk Place. I know it's 18 plus.
What's
But
my
if
age again?
But if I didn't, what's the age again? But if I didn't know that this was 18 plus, I would still be able to get in. But like, could my kid go with me if I wanted to go? I don't know. You guys gotta put this shit in the event page. At least put it on the flyer. The flyer doesn't even have band names for this show. Guys. How do you do a flyer for a show and not put the bands on the fucking flyer? All it says, here. All it says, I'm going to click on it one more time. Live at Mohawk Place, Saturday, July 6, 2024. That's the entire flyer. You got the logo for Mohawk Place. You couldn't put the logo for the fucking bands? I heard AC/DC is opening. Yeah. Can it be Axel DC? I didn't get to see Axel DC, man. I'm kind of bummed about that. I would have loved that. But seriously, guys, just there's 3 things I need you to put in your event pages. Who's playing? Okay, 4 things. Who's playing? What time are doors? How much does it cost? And what are the ages? It's not that hard. Come on, guys. I'm here to help. This isn't a criticism. This is it is criticism, but it's constructive criticism. It is literally like I'm trying to help you market your fucking show. Live at Mohawk Place, Saturday, July 6, 2024 is not a fucking show flyer. That doesn't tell me anything. That doesn't tell me what time the doors open. That doesn't tell me who's playing. That doesn't tell me what the ages are. That doesn't tell me how much it costs to get in. And your event page doesn't answer most of those questions. So, what are we doing here? I really need to get into band management. I really do. I need to handle this. This is driving me nuts when you guys do this. And it seems like every week on the show I am saying, guys, what's wrong with you? Why are you doing this way? I can understand, it's not in the event page, but usually it's on the flyer. This one doesn't even have bands on the fucking flyer. I don't know. This is the next one. The next one has all the information. We'll talk about that the 7:30 song break, but but yeah. Just stop reading them. Just ignore,
I can't.
Just ignore it.
That's
it
right
doesn't
there on the
exist.
screen, and I can't look away.
It doesn't exist. Here, we'll take care of this. Here's what we're gonna do.
Are we gonna block this person?
No, we're just gonna drag this over here. So now you can't see what they're saying.
Good.
I can, but you can't. Everyone's having sex, but John is here.
Where?
John,
Just take it away. Take it away. It's driving me nuts.
John can't see the chat now because I covered it up so he couldn't see the...
Hey, Joe. Chris the Clown's back.
Who? I don't see no Chris the Clown.
John, I got food for you at the show. Do you want to taste my Jill soup? What the fuck?
I keep telling you, ignore it. And you just keep acknowledging it so it keeps coming back. It's like a bee, John. If you leave it alone, it'll leave you alone.
Eventually, you gotta get stung.
If you don't, not if you don't swat at the fucking thing.
I swatted. I swatted.
Stop swatting.
Hey, Jill's here. Now we can do it again.
Oh, Jesus. He's making me do this again. With our AEW acclaimed foam fingers.
Scissor! I know, we're nerds.
Man, the more I think about it, the more I don't understand why people hate on wrestling fans. John, did you tell Joe what Nick and I got? Yeah, he told me.
Yeah, the clown.
He said it's still in his car
Because
he's afraid to have it in the house.
Well, I was gonna bring it in until the music started playing. I was like, you stay in the car. I don't know what kind of spirit you got in there. It stays in the box.
Yeah, he told me. We did a whole Simpsons reference of can't sleep, clown will eat me. Can't sleep, clown will eat me.
I had nightmares.
I bet you did.
True story.
I bet you did.
True story.
But yeah. And Jill missed us talking up her earlier too. Our bandmates show up late after we talk them up. Like, hey, you guys see how great our bandmates are, and then they show up after we're done talking about them.
Yeah, we were talking shit. I'm sorry. We were talking mad shit.
You can go back and watch it. It's all good. It's available on YouTube. Your bunny was cleaned.
Was it? I could add a bunny to my list. I actually definitely killed a bunny.
Oh, jeez, that's right.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was crying. I felt so bad.
Like I said, at least it wasn't one of the animals we told you to avoid hitting.
He died instantly.
It was one of those animals that you
I didn't.
we don't encourage you hitting animals, but it is one of the
No.
animals that you are allowed to hit.
It was too late. I didn't know that he was in the road.
It is not on your list of animals that you should swerve to avoid. That's your problem, John. You don't swerve when you drive.
I knew he was gonna fucking do it. I fucking knew it was coming. He's gonna do it, and he fucking did it. Whose house is it? ThinkSoJoE's house.
She's me and the dude next to me. We're dancing to Swerve's music. I'm like, John, get into it. He's like, nope.
I don't know you.
Nope.
Never met you in my life. Never met you. I'll make friends with the kid next to me.
Yeah, kindred spirits with the dude next to me. I think we were rooting for the same wrestlers.
You made friends that night.
We're chanting for CM Punk when the Elite are on. We're dancing to Swerve's music. Yeah,
I started the chant. Hey,
yeah, you fucking did.
I did.
Yeah,
he
you
hated
fucking
me. I thought he was gonna kill me. He gave me the death stare.
I totally did.
He was like, "I'm gonna throw you into the ring."
I'm just like, every time that chant starts up, I'm just trying to shut it down. Like, didn't y'all lose to the Chiefs? Like, and then I'm like, wait a second, my team also lost to the Chiefs. What? But I mean, it was in the Super Bowl, so I guess that's still better than Buffalo, right?
They asked you where you're from.
They're like, where you from? I'm like, Buffalo. They're like, why are you a 49ers fan? Like, because I grew up in the Joe Montana era. What do you want from me? Like, I had a friend who liked the 49ers, and I was like, my first football game I ever watched was Super Bowl 23. I'm like, oh, okay, I like this team. And I've been a fan ever since. Even in the years where I'm just like, well, at least they finished better than Buffalo. Didn't make the playoffs, didn't come anywhere close, finished last place in the NFC. Just like how my cousin hates the Sabres. He's a Canadiens fan. So.
Yeah, I gotta go. Gotta clean my
Camper. Yep.
Bye, Jill.
Bye, Jill.
See you later.
My cousin is a lifelong Habs fan, just like I'm a lifelong 49ers fan. So, I remember playing like NHL 93 at his house, and he's like, yeah, if you play in the Forum, you can remove the goalie for the other team. Back in the Genesis days.
I had a Nintendo, and then I had a Sega after that.
Yeah, that was my trajectory. I had the NES, then I had the Genesis, then I had the PlayStation.
PlayStation, the first one. I
had the PlayStation. That was the first of that generation of consoles. This was when I could start buying shit for myself, right? So I had the PlayStation. I worked at Blockbuster, bought an N64 when they were closing, when they were not carrying those anymore. So I bought the rental N64. Still have it to this day. Still works.
Nice.
And I used to hang out with this dude named Ian, this place called the Reality Cafe in Grand Island. And one day he shows up and he's like, hey man, I got the Sega Saturn, but I can't seem to get it to work. If you could get it to work, I'll sell it to you for $17. I was like, all right. And I got it to work.
Nice.
So I now, and it still to this day works. I had to get a replacement battery for it, but I still have my Sega Saturn. Katie gave me a PlayStation 2 because mine stopped working. Mm-hmm. I ordered a PlayStation off eBay so I could play Tony Hawk on PlayStation. Mm-hmm. So I could play Mortal Kombat Trilogy on PlayStation because it didn't work properly on PS2. It was one of the few games that didn't work properly with the emulation of the PS1 games on the PS2. So I got a PS1 now. I had a PS3 that got stolen. I had a Wii. I still have a Wii. I've got a Switch. I've got an Xbox. I had an original Xbox. I sold that to get my Xbox 360. Still have an Xbox 360. Have an Xbox One. Have an Xbox Series S. Did I play Fortnite yet? No. God damn it. Can't escape it. I got Meredith Snow tagging me in posts about it. Like, I don't want to fucking play Fortnite. Yeah. I don't have the time to fucking sit there and play Fortnite.
My brother
I'm in the middle of playing fucking Tony Hawk again. I don't...
My brother just bought a Sega again. Sega Genesis.
I have my original Sega Genesis, and it wasn't working. So I bought a new Sega Genesis. I bought the smaller one, the Genesis 3, the square one.
Mhm.
And that worked for a minute, and then I popped one of my old games in and it stopped working. And then that's when I realized, oh shit, these games just need to be cleaned. And I happen to have some deoxit that I keep in the merch, the guitar toolkit.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me try this deoxit on here. And I ran the deoxit and I cleaned the contacts, popped one of the games into my old Genesis. My old Genesis fired right up. It works.
Nice.
So I still have my original Sega Genesis that I got in like 1993 that came with Sonic the Hedgehog 1 with a mail order for a free Sonic 2. I don't think I have the Sonic 2, but I'm pretty sure I still have the Sonic 1.
Mhm.
But yeah, I still got my original Sega Genesis. I have an NES. I've got a Nintendo DS. I got all kinds of consoles laying around here. Just the only ones hooked up right now are the Saturn, not the Saturn, the fucking Saturn's in a box in the closet in the other room. I got the Xbox Series S hooked up in here. The Switch is hooked up in here. In my bedroom, I've got my 360. Is it 360? Yeah, the 360 is in the bedroom, and the Xbox One is in the living room.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that's all I got hooked up right now. Plus, I got the NBA Jam and Mortal Kombat arcade machines. So, which when I went to South Park, my cousins got PS2, 3, 4, and 5. I have a PS2. I used to have a PS3. When I went to go see South Park, I had a bunch of time to kill. I didn't not thinking, oh shit, it's Sunday, everything's gonna close at 6:00.
Mhm.
The movie starts at 7. I went to the mall early. I showed up at like 5:00. I'm like, all right, I'm wandering around the mall for a little bit. I'll do a little window shopping. I don't want to actually buy anything because then I got to bring it into the theater. So I'm wandering around and I walked in Best Buy and they got the Mortal Kombat arcade 1-up display. And so I wandered around till everything started closing. Best Buy stays open till 7. And Dave and Buster's stays open till like 11 or 12 or something, right? So I'm like, I'm just gonna go. Let me throw some money at Dave and Buster's and go play some arcade games. So I got me a Dave and Buster's card now, and I went in. I was playing some games and won a bunch of. They call them tickets, but they go on your card now. You don't
Yeah.
get physical tickets. And then I'm like, fuck, I don't want to recharge my card because the minimum is like $15. So I'm like, fuck it, I don't want to spend another $15. I'm gonna just, go wander around Best Buy a little more. And that's when I made the decision that I was pretty sure when I saw the South Park movie back in 1999 when it first came out. The day it came out, I saw it with my buddy Greg and my cousin Steve. And probably a couple other friends. We went and saw South Park, bigger, longer, and uncut. I am pretty sure that day that we went to the arcade in the mall and probably played Mortal Kombat 3.
Mhm.
So I went to Best Buy and I went on the Mortal Kombat arcade 1-up machine there, and I played Mortal Kombat 3 before I went to see South Park.
Mhm.
So I post this on Facebook, like, yeah, I just went and played Mortal Kombat 3 on the arcade 1-up. Because it wasn't the Four Seasons. It was the GMC 6, the Summit 6, across from the Summit Mall. So we would have went to the arcade, the Aladdin's Castle, and then we would have walked across to the movie theater, like we always fucking did every fucking time we went to the movies, which was South Park, Beavis and Butthead, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, all those fucking movies we used to go to. Maybe I didn't go. Who did I go? Was it you that I saw South Park with? I don't know. Now everything's a fucking blur. Now that I'm thinking about it, now I'm pretty sure that was still like me, you, and Greg, and probably Jay Place and Anthony Mirabella and all them. So yeah, dude, everything's a blur from back then. We're talking 25 years ago. So, but I'm pretty. I mean, it would have been Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 by that point. That was in the arcade, so I would have probably played. But I like Mortal Kombat 3 better. So I played Mortal Kombat 3, the fucking joysticks missing the bat tops, the fucking high kick button doesn't work. So I'm just like struggling my way through the first round of a Mortal Kombat fight. And then I went and saw the South Park sing along. And nobody was singing along. My old drummer Steve, he was like, I'd love to see that movie in theaters again, but I don't know if I want to be in a crowded theater with everybody singing. And it wasn't crowded. There was like me, Tom from XM Priory was sitting next to me. There was two dudes next to us. I definitely saw Blair Witch at the Four Seasons. I can confirm that I saw Blair Witch at the Four Seasons.
I used to go to the Four Seasons.
Yeah.
I didn't go to Regal that much.
Dude, Regal was like expensive when that opened, but the Summit 6 across from the Summit Park Mall, that was the spot, man. That was where we all fucking used to go back in the day. You're a little bit younger than me, so.
The Regals, I had my first date with my kid's mom at the Regal.
Okay.
Niagara Falls.
Yeah. Regal was a good date spot. That's for sure. Four Seasons was too, because when you're a broke ass kid and that's all you can afford is like the $2 to get into the Four Seasons, you know.
Yeah.
Got money left over for popcorn if you got Regal money, you know. But no, the Summit 6 was the fucking place, man. That's where we used to always go to see the movies. Regal is 25 years old at the Falls. Jesus. Man, I remember that place opened, and they were talking about they got stadium seating and all that. Like, I remember like how they were hyping that shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember all that. That's a long ass time ago.
Yeah, so.
But yeah, no, but the Summit 6 was the fucking spot. I'm old enough to remember when there was a movie theater in the Summit Mall.
Then across the street was like a dirt bike path. Like it was like ramps and stuff in there. But now it's not in there anymore. I used to go and do not dirt bike, but my actual bike.
The hell is going on outside the headphones right now? I hear something. Sounds like thunder, but I don't think it's thunder.
No, it's not like a motorcycle.
I remember the last movie I saw at GC6 was Gladiator. I couldn't tell you the last movie I saw at that theater. I remember seeing Jerry Maguire and walking out, but I don't remember if that was money. Yeah, I don't remember if that was. We were talking about that the other day, weren't we? You said "Show me the money." I said that movie sucked. I walked out of that movie. I don't know if that was the last one I saw there. I don't remember. I just remember like once it closed, I was hanging out with like the dudes from ESW. I was hanging out with Inferno Johnny Adams and a couple of like I was going to like ESW shit, like going training with them and shit. And I had this idea in my head, like, yo, somebody should buy the fucking the GC6, the General Cinemas Summit 6, and just fucking gut it, leave one of the big fucking projectors, like one of the big screens and one of the projectors, and just fucking have that be like build a wrestling ring in the middle of it. Use that as like a fucking arena for the local wrestling. But before I ever got a chance to even like relay that thought to anybody, it's like, oh, hey, we're tearing down the Summit 6. Like, fuck. So many memories in that place, man. You know, they're a lot fuzzier now because it's been 25 years at least since, probably a little less than that, but like 23, 24 years since the last time I was there. But, I remember going to all these movies with my cousin, my friend Greg. We would go to, we saw like I said, Beavis and Butthead, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, South Park, all kinds of fucking movies, man. Just hang out at the fucking arcade, wander around the mall. Back then, the Summit Mall was still a mall.
I used to go there with my high school friends and do like karaoke on Thursdays.
At the mall?
Yeah.
That was when they opened the Kiss 98.5 thing, right? You're talking like
that was okay. That was the same. That mall, Summit Mall, is where I did my JCPenney stuff.
Okay.
So that's a memory.
All right.
That was the mall.
But the place you're talking about with the karaoke, that was you like.
That was the same place.
So the door, the entrance nearest to where the movie theater used to be.
Yeah, the little water thing they had in the.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's where they had karaoke.
I don't remember there being karaoke over there.
Yeah, there was.
Okay, I know there was like a DJ place in the mall, like towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't believe that mall hasn't been torn down yet either.
The front entrance was where I did the modeling thing.
Oh, because they opened up the fucking sports store there, right? Like,
Yeah.
Stephen
His
Jeans or whatever the
McFoley's
fuck.
been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The card place.
Yeah, because me and
I used to get my Pokemon cards there, and
my cousin asks the Crow's Nest. Is that the?
maybe I don't remember.
My ex-wife and I, we were going to go. Jimmy Snuka was signing at that place.
Yeah.
We were gonna go because it was like right after we met. I'm like, yo, Jimmy Snuka's signing at the mall. You want to go to the mall? And we ended up not going to the mall. And
I mean, I went there to get my tux from the prom.
to get your tie, you went to the Tuxedo Junction in the mall, the Summit Mall.
My social studies teacher worked there. So.
Yeah.
I used to know how to tie a tie. I don't remember now. I could relearn.
You know who might know how to tie a tie is the dudes in the band Komrads. Look at that transition, right?
Yes.
Segue. Anyway, they are playing at the Bug Jar this coming Tuesday night. And now here we go. Listen, $10 cover, $21 or 21 plus at the door, 18 to 20 advance tickets available at Bug Jar until 12:30 p.m. day of the show or until sold out. And the bands on this show are Komrads, Healing, Blood Handsome, and Silver Crash, and that's at 219 Monroe Avenue, Rochester, New York, in the Bug Jar, which I have not been to, and I would love to play. So if the dude who runs the Bug Jar happens to be watching, Living Braindead's looking for shows in Rochester, guy. But this is Komrads, and this song is called Nervous Breakdown on all WNY. Think So Joe Show. That was Komrads, the song called Nervous Breakdown. You can catch them at the Bug Jar in Rochester next Tuesday. And I know what you're thinking, like, don't you guys do in chronological order when the shows are? So, yeah, believe it or not, the next show we're going to talk about is also next Tuesday. I don't understand why people are booking Tuesday. Well, that's not true. I know why the Good Things Events show is on Tuesday. But also, I texted Karina this morning because that's the same day as the Aquabats show. I texted Karina. I said, yeah, we'll talk about that. I will talk about that, but give me a second. I texted Karina last night. I said, hey, you realize that for the second straight time the Aquabats have been in town, you booked a show the same day as the Aquabats are in town. And she said, crap, really? Again? Like, yup. She's like, every time. I'm like, yeah. I guess I'm going to see I'm hoping to go see the Aquabats instead of coming to see the show that we're putting on at Mohawk, which is gonna be a great show, don't get me wrong, but like Aquabats. Speaking of the Aquabats, John just gave me a look because so we're out. John's door dashing. I'm tagging along with him, and I get a sponsored ad for Groupon, and they're like, buy tickets for the Aquabats. Now, I'm in Buffalo. Every concert I go to, for the most part, is in Buffalo. Almost every sponsored ad I get for a show is in Buffalo. And the Aquabats are coming to Buffalo. So I just assume that this sponsored ad is for the Aquabats show in Buffalo. They're like, buy tickets for $26. I'm like, fuck, all right. So I go on, I buy 2 tickets to the Aquabats show. I'm like, fuck yeah, we're going to go see the Aquabats. And then I get the confirmation email. It's like, congratulations, you bought tickets for the Aquabats July 11th in Boston. Like,
Boston, New York?
Like, Boston, New York? Like, oh, nope, Boston, Massachusetts. Fuck. And it says no refunds, no exchanges. You can't transfer the tickets. Like, fuck. So I immediately send them an email. I'm like, guys, I fucked up. And they're like, yeah, sorry. Nothing we can do. So I'm out $52 because I thought I was buying Buffalo Aquabats tickets. It is actually going to be cheaper for me to buy tickets to the Buffalo show than it would be for me to get to Boston.
You could save the tickets and then bring them.
Fuck am I going to do with tickets to the Aquabats? I can't transfer. I can't even like put them up on StubHub like, yo, I accidentally bought these. Anybody want them for like $15? Like, I can't even make any of my fucking money back on them. I'm fucked on this. Like, I'm out $52 because I got a sponsored ad for a band that's coming to Buffalo while I was in Buffalo, assuming that the show was for the tickets were for the show in Buffalo. Nope, they're for the ones in fucking Boston.
But your money's going to a good band.
Fair. I get it, and to make up for it, I'll just not buy merch at the show, I guess. But like, yeah, the Aquabats are in town next Tuesday. I'm super stoked. I haven't gotten tickets yet. I don't have money for tickets right now, but I will get them. Never trust those sponsors. Yeah, I know. It's my own dumbass doing. That's why I didn't fight it too hard. I'm just like, yo, I know this is my own damn fault, but can you guys help? And they're like, nope, sorry, our policy, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, all right, I understand. Like, that's on me. That's my fault. I'm the dumbass who didn't fucking look to make sure it was the Buffalo show before I fucking clicked it. So, you know, my fault for assuming getting a sponsored ad while I'm in Buffalo would be for the show in Buffalo and not the one in fucking Boston.
I gotta say, I saw them, like 3 years ago?
Whenever the fuck we were, whenever you had the broken foot, you saw them.
2.5 years ago?
Yeah.
They were really, really, really good.
Yeah, in fact, you know what it was? I think it was 2 years ago, a couple of days ago, or 3 years ago. I don't know, because Jasmine texted me and she was like, hey, so many years ago you were at Becky's. I'm like, yes, I fucking was.
Fucking Becky's.
Fucking
Those
Becky's.
breakfast sandwiches were amazing.
That was a good idea, wasn't it? I mean, you almost died, but it was a good idea.
Yes. Everybody was so nice to me there. It was like,
2 years ago.
Everybody was so nice to me. You healed really good. You feel better. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I don't even know you, but thank you.
So 2 years ago yesterday we were at Becky's, so it was 2 years ago Monday that you saw the Aquabats.
That day I was sore. I was miserable.
Oh my God.
I just wanted to go home. I'm stuck on a bus with a broken foot.
So
I am getting pissed.
So we went, it was the Aquabats, Less Than Jake, and Bowling for Soup. And somebody else, there was somebody else opened, I think, but like my buddy Brandon and his fiance were there, and she's seen Less Than Jake like 100 times now.
Yeah.
Like 20 times since that time. That was like her 80th. But like, so I went up, I found them during Aquabats, so I was right up front. You were hanging back because you were still on crutches.
Friends.
You made friends. I was not planning on staying up there for the Aquabats. I just wanted to go say hi, but then like the crowd started closing in on me, so I'm like stuck there. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm just staying here to watch the Aquabats right here in front of me. Like, that was a cool venue too, Stage AE in Pittsburgh.
People ask me, how did you break your foot? I'll be like lying, like, I gotta fight. I'm a drummer.
I still will
Even
never.
though I killed the cat, I
I-
almost killed the cat.
I still will never forget you calling me to tell me you broke your foot, but you're just like you're
Well,
taking forever to get to the point. You're mentioning the cat. I'm like, what did you do to the poor cat? And then you're like, oh no, the cat's fine. I just stepped wrong and broke my foot. Like,
Well, no, the thing was my foot was asleep.
right,
And when your foot's asleep, your foot's not gonna react to anything. You're not gonna feel it at first.
sure.
It feels like Jello. My foot felt like Jello, and when I saw the cat, my foot went this way, and I tripped over the cat, and then all I hear was a crack, and then to stop the pain, the cat bit me in the back of the ankle.
So now we've got tickets for all this shit out of town. And
Yeah,
you can't drive.
I
and
can't drive
and
now.
I don't drive.
What
So
am I gonna fucking do? I say I told I'm gonna go home. I'm just gonna I didn't go to the hospital right away. I drove home with a broken foot, my right foot.
stopped at McDonald's.
Stopped at McDonald's, of course, and then I was then I woke up in the morning and it was the size of a watermelon. So I was like, yeah, it's broken.
Yeah. I just and then so 2 years ago Monday, you and I hopped a bus to Pittsburgh. Now it is surprisingly difficult to get to Pittsburgh from Buffalo
Yeah.
by public transportation. It is so fucking weirdly difficult to get to Pittsburgh, which is not hard to get to. It's just weirdly you gotta. So like we had to take the bus to Erie, where you fell in love with a puppy.
He gave me the head nod. He was like, I was like, yo, you want me? I want you too, buddy.
John falls in love with a puppy in a pet store at a mall in Erie that
And I
we
couldn't do nothing about it.
went to because we had a long time to wait for our bus to Pittsburgh.
If I was driving, that puppy would have went home with me then.
I know it would. Well, if you were driving, we probably wouldn't have ended up stopping in Erie and going to the mall. But so
Yeah, that's true.
So we get back to the bus station in Erie. I go on Facebook. I see that our former singer Katie's partner, posts, oh yeah, there's a cat at this Airbnb or whatever the fuck in Pittsburgh. I'm like, you guys are in Pittsburgh?
We are too.
And then we got to Pittsburgh and we found out that Katie and Nikki were at the convention center, right?
Yeah.
And we don't ask what the fuck they're doing there. We're just like, what are the odds that, 3/4 of our band are in fucking Pittsburgh right now for different fucking things. And so I find out that they're at the convention center, which is right across the street from the bus station. We didn't get to say hi, but I'm like, yeah, we're looking at the convention center right now, but our Uber is like showing up right now. So we don't have time to talk.
I was telling you were what the thing was going on there. I was like, what is that?
So that's I'm getting to that point, but we get the Uber back to the hotel, which is outside of Pittsburgh. It's in Cranberry, and we drop our shit off. We're like hungry, but there's no like food to like. We don't want to wait for food because we got to go. Mm-hmm. So we got snacks at like the snack bar in the hotel, and we get our Uber over to the show. We see the show. We get an Uber going back to the hotel in Cranberry. And the girl tells us, oh, with this and the Pirates game and the furry convention going on. Oh, whoa. What did you just say? Did you say furry convention? She said, yeah. I said, is that at the convention center? She said, yeah, it is. I'm like, that's where Katie is. Katie and Nikki are at the furry convention. And John's like, what's that mean? So I had to explain to John what furries were.
Now I know.
So yeah, and sorry, Katie, if you're watching, and Nikki, I don't mean to out you guys, but I don't think you guys give a shit. But that was we found out that's what was going on at the convention center, and that's why Katie and Nikki were in town.
I gotta say, Katie, if you're watching, congratulations on your new job.
Yes, absolutely, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know the job title, but it's helping trans people, and that's amazing. That's amazing that she found work that she could be very passionate about. So
we missed you.
Yes, absolutely,
very much.
Absolutely. If you want to come to town August 16th for the Living Braindead 5th anniversary show, you were in the band.
There's a hug waiting for you.
Absolutely. But yeah, so that was an interesting reveal. That was an
Yeah.
interesting way to find out that that's what they were in town for, but we were in town for Less Than Jake, Bowling for Soup, the Aquabats. I remember telling you, hey, you know, this show's coming to Pittsburgh, and you're like, you had me at Blowing for Soup. And I'm like, yo, I don't know what you do for soup, but I didn't say nothing about blowing for no soup. I said bowling for soup.
I know we can tell you a story about the gym blossoms.
Fucking Gin Blossoms. Aren't they coming to Terminal B, the fucking Outer Harbor, or are they coming to Art Park? I don't know. They're coming somewhere.
Jared's like, the last time you guys saw me, I was skinny.
Dude, I have to say, like, I forgot what he looked like, you know, in general back then. I knew he was skinnier.
Yeah.
But like I've been watching the music video, the rock music video channels, so I've seen the videos for like Girl All the Bad Guy Wants and
Still my favorite song.
and like 1985 and like all the other songs. Like I saw Punk Rock 101 last night. I saw that video, and it's like, holy shit, that doesn't even look like the same fucking guy. Like he got fucking huge, but he's
thyroid thing.
it's got to be a thyroid thing. Absolutely. But I follow him on Instagram now, and he is just one of my favorite fucking follows on Instagram, I gotta say.
He's great. He has a follow him on TikTok, all that, but he even called Joe out one time.
He did. He called me out one time because I was like, man, I went and saw them. They played like 5 songs and talked for 5 minutes in between them. And he's like, yeah, that's a Bowling for Soup show. I'm like, fuck, Jared just called me out. Shit. So yeah, I got called out by Jarrett Reddick from Bowling for Soup. Yeah.
I met him once at Warped Tour, and he was a nice guy to me. But he was a lot skinnier then.
Yeah, I mean, I saw them at Warped Tour. I've seen them on the road with MC Lars and American Hi-Fi.
I was
which MC Lars just announced today. I got the email. He's got a Kickstarter campaign going for a vinyl of his. I think it's this. Is it This Gigantic Robot Kills or is it The Graduate? One of those 2 albums he just put out a Kickstarter for. I think it's This Gigantic Robot.
Yeah.
And I want it, but the minimum to get the record is $60, and I'm like, I don't have $60 to spend right now.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I don't want all the shit that comes with it. I just want the record. It's cool you're giving away the replica Zelda chain and the fucking, book to go along with the record, but I just want the fucking record. So I have an MC Lars record. It is signed to Joe the Cutie. That's another story. That's another story involving the fucking Aquabats. Because I went to see the Aquabats last time they were at Town Ballroom, and MC Lars and Cuckoo Kangaroo were opening. And Lars walked in through the front door. I'm standing in line. I see him. I'm like, yo, that's MC Lars. He turns around. He sees me. He's like, you're cute. And then when he opened the show, I went to the merch table. I was like, yo, let me get your vinyl. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah, dude. And I told him, like, he called me cute outside. So he signed the record to Joe the Cutie. And then he hung on to it for me the rest of the night till I went to leave. And then I left and I went to Tudor where Good Things Events had a show going on. It wasn't Good Things Events at the time. I think it was DeFabulous Productions, or it might have been an LWNY show even back then. But
yeah,
it was the same principles as Good Things Events. So I left and I went and TJ Cuttajar was playing. And I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. And then he broke some strings. And he didn't have a backup guitar, so he had to have whoever the fuck else was on that show give him a guitar to fucking play. Which was just, I can't even think of who it was. But yeah, it was an acoustic show we did at Tudor. And me and Jay from On the Cinder went there after the Aquabats show, because I ran into him at the Aquabats. I'm like, oh, you want to come to Tudor? I'll get you in for free. Like, it's my show. You don't gotta pay. And then I had Chris hang on to the vinyl for me the rest of the night because I didn't want to fucking ruin it. But yeah, plus I also bought the Aquabats vinyl that night, the Fury of the Aquabats.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, that's, a lot of great shit revolves around the Aquabats for me. One of my favorite shows I ever saw was at Icon. It was Aquabats. I forget who was with them, but they were the headliners, and it was the 4th of July. This is like 20 fucking years ago now. If you
I know. I remember we got merch at the Bowling for Soup show, and in Pittsburgh. I don't remember if you were holding on to it. I don't.
I must have been, because
I couldn't.
Yeah. I think I was wearing cargo shorts still at the
Oh,
time, so I
yeah.
probably had them in my
You put 'em in
cargo
your-
shorts.
Yeah, now I remember. You put
I
'em in
miss
your
cargo
clothes.
shorts. I'm not wearing cargo shorts right now. I gotta get new shorts anyway. But
Yeah, I got a bunch of shorts, Dickies.
yeah. But yeah, no, that was one of my favorite shows. It was 4th of July, seeing the Aquabats. I went by myself. I would have went with Brandon. I didn't know Brandon back then. I didn't meet Brandon until a couple of years later, but yeah, it was 4th of July. I think it was 2005. And it was the Aquabats playing at the Icon. And they did their whole ass set. And back then they had like, they had a projector screen, so they would show commercials in between songs, like Aquabats themed commercials. And they would have like supervillains come up and fight them on stage back then.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the coolest fucking thing. And then they play and they go off and they come back and they're like, oh, we forgot something. You can't have 4th of July without a pool party. And then they played Pool Party as the encore, which was cool as shit, man.
And I didn't realize that was Travis Barker's first band.
Yeah, the Baron the Baron von Tito. Travis Barker, who was number 20 on this list of the best drummers. I didn't read the whole list. I only saw number 20 was Travis Barker and number 19 was Lars Ulrich.
That's a bullshit lie. How dare you?
Oh, man.
How dare you do that to my idol? How dare you?
I mean, I think, really, and I didn't look at the rest of the list. I think like John Bonham was number 1, right? Which is, makes sense. But I think a lot of it is got to do with influence as opposed to like how good they play. Because I love Lars. I love Metallica. Clearly, I'm wearing the fucking t-shirt right now. But Lars Ulrich does not belong on a top 20 list of the best fucking drummers ever.
Did I make the list?
I don't think so.
You know what happens when I don't make the list?
Oh, Jesus.
You know what happens?
You
just made my list!
I just made the list because I didn't make that list. But yeah, I couldn't find it. I was looking for it again, but I couldn't find the list. So, because I wanted to go over the list with you. I was going to talk about it on the air, but I couldn't find it. It's probably buried in it because it's on Cover Band Central and their shit is just fucking long. Like, people post on there all day, every fucking day.
Yeah.
Drummers. Let's see if I can... No, can't find it. I was looking for it because I just wanted the post you've seen. Let's try that. No. Maybe it wasn't Cover Band Central. I don't know. I saw a post and it was like drummers and here's the 20 best drummers. And I was like, yo. And I knew like that would trigger you if I told you that Lars was 1 spot ahead of Travis Barker.
I get it wrong. Lars is a good drummer.
Look, I tell you,
He's a good drummer.
Lars does not belong on a list of the 20 best drummers. But as far as like...
He's been around longer than Travis.
But I mean, and I'm saying he doesn't belong on this list as far as like talent. He is not one of the best drummers on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
He is, however, and this is what I'm thinking that they've based this on. He is, however, one of the most influential drummers.
Mm-hmm.
As is Travis Barker. Right? Because Travis Barker is... I can't find this fucking list, man. I'm trying to find it, but... Travis Barker is a highly influential drummer. A lot of people who play today got into playing drums because they saw Travis Barker.
Mm.
Just like a lot of people of Travis Barker's generation got into playing drums because they saw Lars Ulrich. They saw Metallica. They didn't, they're not saying this guy sucks at drums. They're saying, yo, this guy is a famous fucking drummer.
Mine was Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl. I don't know if he was on, I can't find the fucking list. I really would have liked to have discussed the list a little more because, like, let me see if I top 20. I'm just going to Google it. Best drummers.
Mine is also late great Taylor Hawkins too.
20 best drummers of all time. Okay, this is not in any kind of order, and Lars and Travis both failed to make this list.
You
Dave Grohl is on there,
bastards.
though. Dave Grohl's on
You
there.
bastards.
20 best drummers of all time from Music Gateway. Let's see. I don't need a definition of a drummer. Just tell me who the...
What is the drummer?
Yeah, what is a drummer?
Seriously.
I don't know. I've never met one.
He's your freaking co-host. And in your band. You should know me. It also likes to go fast sometimes during the songs. I think when Jill's around.
20 best rock drummers. Still not the same list. I can't find that same list. Dave Grohl's on this one. Nick Mason of Pink Floyd is on there, not your former drum teacher.
Bastards.
John Bonham's still number 1, as he should be. MSN 20 best drummers of all time. Let's see. This just gives me a bunch of fucking ads for other articles. There's no fucking content in here whatsoever. All right, I don't know. I try LA Weekly. 20 best drummers of all. Tommy Lee, number 20. Max Roach, Neil Peart, Questlove's on here. Alex Van Halen.
Questlove, oh yeah.
Tony Williams, Chuck Biscuits. Danny Carey of Tool is on here. Dave Lombardo of Slayer. Phil Collins is on here. Buddy
Collins.
Rich, John Freese. Dave Grohl is number 7 on this list. Sheila E., Stephen Perkins. Keith Moon is number 4. Charlie Watts is number 3. Clyde Stubblefield is number 2. And, of course, John Bonham, number 1. I can't find the one that I was looking at, though, and I would love to find it. I gotta maybe search better for it, but... because it had Travis Barker at number 20 and Lars Ulrich at number 19, and I knew that was going to set you off when I said Lars Ulrich is one better than Travis Barker on this list. But again, I think it's the influence. I don't think it's anything to do with the competency
Yeah.
of actually being able to play the instrument. I think these are influential fucking drummers. Travis Barker inspired an entire fucking generation of people.
Yes, he has.
Dave Grohl inspired an entire fucking generation of people. Lars Ulrich and Dave Lombardo inspired an entire generation of fucking metalheads to play drums, you know? Like, so I think that's what it is. I think it's all like influence instead of competency. But oh shit, I fucking click off of the last. All right, let me get back
I
here.
mean,
Then.
Travis Barker drummed with a broken arm.
Yeah.
I drummed with a broken foot.
Yes, you did. All right. Finally, the last show we got to talk about today. This is also happening Tuesday, so it's happening well. The Aquabats are playing in Buffalo, so sorry to the bands. I'm not probably going to be there because I'm going to try and go to the Aquabats. Otherwise, I would totally be at this. This is dropped out from Austin, Texas. Reached out to Good Things Events. They wanted to come through Buffalo. They had a couple of dates in mind, and we managed to get them one of the dates they were looking for, which is Tuesday, July 12th. Wish it was January. It would be cool, much cooler, probably quieter too. But anyway, Austin, Texas power pop band Dropped Out brings their tour through Buffalo, New York, with support from Pretty Good State University and the Sneers at Buffalo's Mohawk Place, 47 East Mohawk Street. Doors at $7 at the door, 18 plus with ID only, no ID, no entry, presented by Good Things Events. Now that's a good ad copy. You know who wrote that? I did. That has all the information. And then if you look at the flyer has all of the information on it. Tuesday, July 9th, Dropped Out, PGSU, The Sneers, Buffalo's Mohawk Place, 47 East Mohawk Street, 7 p.m., $7, 18 plus with ID. So that is why. So now I can't play Dropped Out because they're from Austin, Texas. They're not from Western New York, so they're not. I don't want to play them on all Western New York radio. They're great. I've listened to them. They're really good. I can't wait. I hope they have a good turnout for this show. I really do. But the Sneers do not have music available. So the only band on the entire show I can play is Pretty Good State University, who happens to be on the show Saturday with Good Monster, who we played earlier, which is why...
Great guys.
Great dudes. Which is why I am playing two bands that are playing on the same show, but I'm promoting two different shows with it, so it's okay. Right?
Right.
I'm justifying myself here. It's my show. I don't have to justify myself. But this is PGSU, Pretty Good State University. The song is called See You Again on all WNY ThinkSoJoE show. Hit him with it, John.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We will see you next week.
See you next week.
coming down. I don't know what I'm up to today. I don't know what I'm going to say. If I see you again, I hope I see you again. I don't know where you're planning to go. Last I heard you were in Mexico, but if by some chance you found your way home, I'd love to see you at the show. I'd like to see you there. I hope I see you there. Here we go. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. I think I figured out what I'm gonna say. If I ever get to see you again, gonna look at you and tell you, my friend, that I love you until the end. We're singing la da 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 da. La da 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 da. We're singing la da 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 da. La da 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 da. I'd like to see you. I'd like to see you. I'd like to see you again. I hope I see you. I hope I see you. I hope I see you again. I'd like to see you. I'd like to see you. I'd like to see you again. I hope I see you. I hope I see you. I hope I see you again.